everyone, I'm Mind, and one of the most popular videos on my channel is a video where I make custom EVO mechs for every single ninja. At the time of me recording that video, I didn't make custom mechs for Zane and Kai because they already had mechs, but Lloyd, Cole, Jay, and Nia did not. However, in 2023, LEGO is releasing an official Lloyd EVO mech, which was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Master Network, so I thought it would make for a fun video to compare these two, to see how I did on my custom one. Is it better or worse than the official one? And how similar did they actually end up being? We of course have the custom one on the left and the official one on the right, and just taking a look at them like standing next to each other like this, I'll say right off the bat, the official one is definitely better. Now, I do want to remind everybody, part of the challenge in the EVO mech video was that I was trying to make mechs for every ninja using only parts from Ninjago EVO sets, not using any pieces from other sets. So I had a very limited parts palette at my disposal, so I definitely did not have as much available to me as official LEGO designers do, but also that was like one of the first mocks I'd ever made. Official LEGO designers are just definitely better at designing things than I am in general. Even still though, to this day, I'm pretty proud of what I put together, and you can see comparing it to the official EVO mech, there are some similarities here, which I'm actually pretty proud of, like the fact that both me and the official designers happen to do some of the same things. Starting at the feet of the mech on the official mech, these I think look fine. The amount of gray used here I'm not the biggest fan of. I definitely wish it was more green, but the like rocket boosters out the back are cool. Comparing that to the feet on my custom mech, I actually like the shape of my custom mech feet better. However, the ones on the official mech are definitely more stable, both in terms of like being able to hold the mech up, and also in terms of like not falling apart very easily. Because yeah, mine can be quite fragile sometimes. But yeah, I think just in terms of looks alone, I slightly prefer the way I did it, just because it doesn't have all that gray that the official mech does. Now coming to the legs, I of course used the green EVO joints with the golden armor pieces on top. I used two of the golden armor pieces here because my idea with this mech is that I really wanted to make it a golden and green mech, not just a green mech, so I wanted to make it look like as armored as possible. Comparing that to the official mech, they did something similar. They had the armor on the top of the legs pretty much exactly the same way I did, though they used a Nexonite shield piece at the bottom. I also wish there was a bit more to cover up the inside of the official mech's leg. Well, I don't think the way I covered up the inside of my mech's leg is perfect. I still think it looks a little bit better, just have some sort of piece there. Because yeah, I don't love how that thins out towards the bottom, and also makes it a little less stable, though still pretty good. The official mech also has like these little rocket boosters at the bottom of the legs, as well as at the feet, which we just looked at, and I think that does a lot to help make this feel more unique. Well, of course, my custom mech, none of that was there. You can also see there are some ugly colors on my custom mech. That was due to my limited parts palette. I didn't have a ton of green pieces, so I had to use semi-green pieces where they could be hidden away. But yeah, you can see there's like some translate blue in there, and that definitely does not fit in the best. Posability on the legs is also way better on the official one, just a huge range of motion. While on my custom one, the like lower armor pieces really restrict some of the movement. There's still some quite cool poses you can get it in, but it's a lot more restrictive than the official mech, and it can cause pieces to pop off every now and then if you like playing with this a ton. Both my custom mech and the official mech did the cockpit and the piece right below the cockpit pretty much exactly the same. Now these both are pretty much exactly the same as the Zane EVO mech, so I'm not going to take credit for that idea, but it's cool to see we did do that the same way. Opening up that actual golden cockpit piece though, you can see of course both of them have room to store a minifigure, and removing those figures, I would say the official mech definitely looks a lot better on the inside. They both have room to like attach the minifigure's feet to the back of, but I think the shaping on the official mech's a lot better, while my custom one's a bit more bulky, and you can see pieces are sort of just randomly placed all throughout. I don't like hate the shape that I used here, but yeah, the official one is simpler, and also looks a bit better in my opinion. There's also of course a place to connect a banner on both of these. And then coming to the arms of my custom mech, sticking like to the very armored gold design, I have one of the golden EVO armor pieces, with like this very angular golden piece on top. I felt like that really helped add some extra bulk to the shoulders, made the mech feel less lanky. And funny enough, the official mech did something similar, though in a very different way, and I think their way looks a lot better. But instead of trying to make the shoulders look bulky by like adding armor to the arm, instead they have these shoulder blade attachments at the top with these like armored golden pieces, and I think these look a lot better. These can be hinged up and down, so you can articulate them however you want, and that helps still allow like a nice range of motion on the arm, while my custom mech has a much more limited range of motion due to the way I designed that. Moving down the arm of my custom mech though, check out this golden piece that I used on the wrist. That exact same piece was used on the official mech, and this isn't like something I copied from Zane's mech or Kai's mech. Like no, that was my original idea, and it seems like the official designers had a similar idea because they did the same exact thing here. That makes me happy to see that we both have the same idea there. On the upper arm though, instead of that golden armor piece, they used a printed Nexonite shield piece. Obviously I did not have this part available to me when I was making my custom build, because of course this was a new print for this year designed for this set, so of course that's going to look a little more detailed. So I don't regret the way I designed my mech with like the golden armor at the top, because I do think the golden armor probably looks better than an unprinted version of this piece. However, the printed version obviously, yeah, looks better than my custom mech. And at the end of the left arm, there's a little ball joint that has a hand that can hold a weapon. By default, it can hold like one of Lloyd's katanas, or you can swap it to a bigger blade, which is around the mech's back. I did that the opposite way around on my mech. The arm that can hold a katana was on the other side, and I used a lime green katana instead of a golden one. Speaking of, one thing that I did a little bit different is I tried to make my left and right arms different, because that's what the Zane mech did and I thought that was unique. But you can see the only difference is instead of that golden armor piece at the end, I had a green Nexonite shield, and the reason I had the gold armor on this one side is because I wanted to incorporate into like this big giant golden blade at the end, which is of course on another ball joint. And while I think the blade on the hand looks cool, I was always very disappointed with the way the actual hand came out. This was like one of the last things I built, I'm pretty sure, when I was just running out of pieces. Like the 3 studs stacked on top of each other looks really ugly. So yeah, this hand's definitely the way it is due to the limited parts aspect of the challenge. But now coming back to the official mech, I had a similar idea of a bigger blade in one hand. However, the official one's a bit thinner and more silver, and it's also much more easily removable, because on this one both hands are exactly the same, so honestly you could put either blade on either side. It doesn't have to be the big blade on one side and the katana on the other. Another thing is on the official mech around the back, there's like these giant wing blades coming out, and those can be removed and used as a weapon. Either both of them together sort of in like a boomerang design, or you can remove this Technic piece and just have a loose gold blade. Now I do think it is cool that again both these mechs use the same exact gold blades, because that is the same one on my mech. However, I do think the official one incorporates it better than mine does. And then finally looking at both mechs around the back, you can see the official one's a lot thinner, while my custom one's a lot bulkier. That was intentional, my goal with the Lloyd mech was a lot of bulk. But yeah, you can see there's a very clear difference here. And I think that's everything I have to show for the 2 Lloyd mechs, so now that begs the question, which one is better? Well, of course, I think it's pretty clear, at least in my opinion, that the official mech is a lot better than my custom one. However, my goal with my custom mech was never to be better than LEGO. Rather, it was just to make something that I didn't make, and at the time, they didn't make this. But I'm really happy to see there is finally an official one. I do think it's interesting to look at, like, what's similar here and what's different. Like, the way we both did, like, the upper leg armor the same is pretty cool. The fact that we both had some sort of idea for, like, upper shoulder armor, as well as how we used the same, like, lower piece of the arm, and, like, the same, like, sword blade piece. So yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of how mine turned out. And I also think it's interesting to look at how different they are. Because, of course, my mech was designed around the, like, regular core Lloyd minifigure, while the official one was for a new golden core Lloyd minifigure. So you can see mine uses, like, a lot of lime green because it ties in with that suit, while the official one doesn't have any lime green because that's not on the golden Lloyd figure. But yeah, of course, the official one's better, and that's for numerous reasons. LEGO designers are obviously way better at designing things than I am. My mech was also a part of a limited parts challenge. I was trying to make it using only existing EVO sets. And also, I'd never really built any mocks before. That video was my first time, like, really building anything to, like, actually show off. So yeah, while it's not perfect, I'm still pretty proud of it. And I plan to keep both these builds together. Will not be disassembling the official one or my custom one, because I really like them both. But I think that's about all I have to say for this comparison video. So let me know in the comments which mech do you like better, the official one or my custom one. If you missed it, I've already done early reviews of most of the 2023 LEGO Ninjago sets, so go check those out on the channel if you haven't yet. But as for this video, I think that's about all I have to say. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I do LEGO Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!